in this edition of Audible P News. A new mayor in the hot seat. Harry Potter fails to charm Briars protesters, and it's hilarity for a good cause at the Frankston Arts Centre. Hello, I'm Katie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of Audible P News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. A scuba diver has died at Rye Pier over the weekend. Emergency services were called following reports a scuba diver had been pulled from the water at around 10 a.m. on Saturday. The man was discovered unconscious in the water by other divers and was pulled onto the pier where they commenced CPR. Emergency services continued resuscitation, but the man, who was yet to be formally identified, died at the scene. Police will investigate the exact circumstances around the incident and prepare a report for the coroner. Frankston detectives are asking for public help following an aggravated burglary in Frankston on Friday night when a car was stolen and used to ram a police vehicle. It's understood offenders entered a property on Gould Street and stole a silver Ford Focus and a grey Kia Sportage. 2 occupants were inside the property at the time but were not injured. Police spotted the Ford Focus driving erratically on Seaford Road in Seaford at around 1:10 a.m. The car came to a stop near Wells Road, then reversed at speed into a police vehicle. 2 police officers sustained minor injuries. The Ford Focus fled the scene and was found on Marion Street in Seaford hours later. Investigators have released images of the damaged police car and Ford Focus. The 2014 grey Kia Sportage wagon with registration 1BE2SN remains missing. Anyone who witnessed the incident or who has dashcam or CCTV footage or information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Councillor Glenn Aitken has been welcomed back into Frankston City Council following the resignation of Stephen Hughes. Councillor Aitken will represent the Northwest Ward that includes Seaford, Coringal and parts of Frankston. He expressed his gratitude for his warm welcome.
So it is really lovely to be genuinely welcomed. I feel a lot of support around me. The officers are exceptional. You're giving me every assistance I need. Anything I ask for, I'm given to bring me up to date with where the city is at nearly 3.5 years later.
Councillor Aitken served for more than 16 years on Frankston City Council from 2003 to 2020 before his re-election this year. Meanwhile, Frankston's acting mayor Liam Hughes has landed in hot water weeks after taking on the role. Frankston Council passed a vote of no confidence in the acting mayor following a notice of motion moved by Councillor Sue Baker. Councillor Baker said she had grave concerns about the lack of leadership provided by Councillor Hughes, who she claimed was overseas and had not communicated his whereabouts with his fellow councillors. Councillor Baker added that the acting mayor should be on hand to provide leadership at a critical time for the city, especially given the absence of incumbent mayor Nathan Conroy, who has taken leave to contest the seat of Dunkley. Councillor Hughes has missed a briefing and council meeting, an absence that was criticised by council, who urged the deputy mayor to resign the acting position.
As I say, this gives me no pleasure to bring this urgent business. However, Frankston City Council has a leadership problem, a leadership crisis, I'd go as far as to say, which is leading to a governance crisis. The Deputy Mayor is required and takes up the position of the Mayor as soon as the Mayor takes leave of absence. And that happened on the 16th of January, nearly 2 weeks ago now. We actually have no certainty about whether Councillor Hughes is returning or when he's returning, where he is. Now, he's under no obligation to tell us where he is. However, we are in a situation where he is the designated leader of this council and he is absent.
Opposition is mounting against an event being held at the Briars in Mount Martha in April. The Harry Potter A Forbidden Forest Experience event is set to be staged within the highly sensitive confines of the Briars Sanctuary, home to vulnerable peninsula wildlife. Over 20,000 people have signed a petition protesting against the event, and it was standing room only at a community meeting on Monday, where the Save Briars Sanctuary group called on Mornington Peninsula Shire Council to move the event to a more suitable location. Speaking on Wednesday's edition of the Audible P Peninsula Talks program, Heather McKeon says the protesters are more resolved than ever following the meeting of some 200 people at the Mornington Yacht Club.
more media. The media is only going to grow. We've got interest from big media coming. So, of course, Harry Potter, it's a huge brand. You know, it's global. We're not stopping. We know what we want. We want it taken out of the sanctuary, and we'll just keep persisting.
Speaking at the meeting, Mornington Peninsula Shire Mayor Simon Brooks attempted to allay fears by revealing that the production would be modified to protect the environment, and monitors would be on hand to assess environmental impacts.
Areas around wetlands where you've got water, there were some suggestions of doing certain things there. They're not happening because of the sensitivity of those areas. So as much as possible, the impacts have been, I suppose, mitigated as best as possible by taking into consideration those things.
And a team of 7 doctors and nurses from Peninsula Health will be embarking on a journey of healing hands in Papua New Guinea in May. The trip, which will take 8 days, will be led by the No Roads Expedition Foundation. The group will depart from Port Moresby onto Tufi and then to 9 remote villages, travelling in small boats carrying essential supplies and medications. The team will provide general medical care, including birthing assistance, maternal and infant health education, infection management and nutritional information. Their major fundraiser is on this coming Friday, the 9th of February, at the Frankston Arts Centre, featuring a lineup of comedy legends from the Melbourne and Sydney International Comedy Festivals. Tickets for the show are available at comedyforacause.net. After the break, we have Bianca with the weekly weather update.
With interest rates on the rise, there's never been a better time to review your home loan. And there's never been a better bank to help you. Whether you're a new or existing Bendigo Bank customer, book an appointment for a home loan health check today.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match. Because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
Hey, they're saying the fire danger rating's extreme. Should we go?
There's no fire around here.
Get out!
Get it!
I know embers can spread bushfires as far as 40 kilometres, so you should leave early.
And now it's time for Bianca for this week's weather.
Hello, I'm Bianca and welcome to the RPP Weather Update. Well, the weather continues to be very strange combinations of hot and cold, so let's dive in and see what the weather has in store for us for the first week of February. Sunday, the 4th of February should bring us a sunny day with a top of 28 and a low of 13. Monday brings us a mostly cloudy day with a high of 21 and a low of 15. Tuesday sees a partly cloudy day with a chance of rain. We should feel a high of 21 and a low of 13. Wednesday sees the cloud cover decreasing with a top of 19 and a low of 13. Thursday should be much the same with a high of 20 and a low of 12. Friday brings us a partly cloudy day with a top of 19 and a low of 12. And finally, Saturday should see a mostly sunny day with a high of 25 and a low of 14. Well, that's all for this week. The kids are heading back to school and the holidays are over, but summer will be with us for several more weeks, so watch this space as we keep you up to date with the weekly weather trends.
Now to our surf guru Muzz with the Surf Report.
Hey, it's Muzz with this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. So it's not a bad week finally coming in front of us. So by the looks of it, there'll be a bit of swell and we're going to get a couple offshore days and a hot day or two amongst it. We might even get our first day classed as hot. We didn't get one in January. That's like the hot weather is got to be hotter than 35. So there's a chance Sunday might be there, but it looks like we're going to get a bit of swell. So there'll be waves in Western Port Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and maybe even next week. But definitely the choice of surfing will be the weekend. So the crowds will be crazy. And everyone, even though gone back to school, there'll be plenty of people still around. With Easter early, campgrounds still got a high amount of people staying. And hot weekend, so I'm assuming it will be busy, but there will be surf. So you get an opportunity to go surfing, take it. It looks like finally February is going to deliver something. The next week's going to go onshore on after Sunday, but there's still going to be a bit of swell around. So if you're keen, you'll get in the water, and not a bad forecast. I'll see you next week.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Katie Sharp. See you for the next edition.